Welcome to a video. This is a video about bottling beer. Quick video about bottling beer. You're going along, you're looking around, and you're like, well, I want to bottle some beer. How do I do that? You came to the right place. This is a way to do it, though. This is not the best way, probably, but it is a way, and I think it's pretty good. First of all, there's multiple sugars you can use to bottle beer with, but the most common sugar is to use dextrose corn sugar, straight up. It's just really small molecules. No need to get scientific about it, but the yeast love this. They chew it down like crazy. If you were to brew beer just with this, it would chew it down so hard and so fast, it'd probably spit off all these weird off flavors and taste like crap. So you need a little longer dextrins, longer sugar chains if you're going to brew beer with maltose. You can also use honey. Basically, honestly, anything that has sugar to it that you want to add into it, it'll probably work. What I like to do is my amount for priming sugar is 0.4 ounces on average for 1 gallon of beer. You can, of course, go 0.35 ounces. You can, of course, go 0.45 ounces. Today, I'm bottling a sour beer. I like to go a little more on that, like 0.45, 0.43 ounces per gallon. I like a little more bite in there. I don't ever really do calculations or calculators anymore. You can, of course, do that. Put in the description below a calculator you can use. That'll work decent. First thing you got to do is measure out your sugar, throw it in a pot, boil it for about 10 minutes, cool it down, and then you're good to go to use it. Let's do that now. Next step, what I like to do, pro tip, while that's cooling, is get everything transferred over into my next container where I'm going to bottle from. This is a 1 gallon jug. I have a 1 gallon beer, so it makes sense to go into a 1 gallon jug. For those who are not familiar, Star Stand's good to use. Really good sanitation solution. You can use SaniClean, which doesn't foam, and I think you can use bleach, but you have to use it very sparingly. Careful with that. Look at it before you use bleach. But yeah, this is all cleaned out, sanitized. I'm going to transfer now onto it, and then add the cooled priming sugar into it. I am bottling a sour beer today, and if you are bottling a beer that has very little sugar left in it, it's not a bad idea to add a little bit of dry wine yeast. This is champagne yeast. Literally is Google champagne yeast on any homebrew site, and you'll see it. Anything will work. What I use is this Red Star Premier Blanc, and you only need like 1 gram per 5 gallons. So you do not need a lot. I sprinkle it in. It's probably a good idea to put in a little bit of water, hydrate it first, then put it in. I sprinkle it right in. I haven't had any issues. Every once in a blue moon, something isn't carbonated, but that just could be because it just wouldn't have happened anyway. A good thing to also have for those who are doing larger batches, which is most of you, is to have a bottling tray. And what you do is you sanitize your bottles and then put them on here like so. And then you can do like a ton of them and not worry about them tipping over. They also dry out nicely. Also, really good idea to rinse these out with water first. Even Star Sand is not enough sometimes, and dust and particles can be in there, and you'll get off flavors, bottle bombs maybe. That's pretty rare though, but it's not a bad idea. Of course, you gotta have a bottling wand. This is handy. This little thing presses on the bottom. The beer goes through it. You can just lift up when it's full. And you got a bottle. Let me show you how that's done. Of course, you next need a bottle capper. This, you just clamp down your caps, pop, you're good to go. Here are the caps. I use crown caps. Different colors, often I have blue ones, and I think I have just enough. Or really close to it. There you have it. 1 gallon, by the way, gives about 6 bottles for what it's worth. When I did 5 gallons of beer, doing 40 bottles was terrible. A lot of people keg, which is a lot easier, except you have to clean the keg out, of course, and transfer and all that, but it is faster. And if you do want to bottle from a keg, you can. I have a makeshift instrument here. I call it instrument because I'm not 100% sure what to call it. Bottling wand, sort of. But actually, you can buy these, and they have like CO2 attached to them, and you can fill from a keg, fill it with CO2 as you fill it from the keg. And how you do that is you turn your PSI down to like 3, and then put the wand in here. And I have this little cap here that fits for 1 bottle, and I just fill straight from there, and I just release pressure as it fills. Kind of keeps the CO2 in there, and then when there's a little bit of foam at the top, cap with the foam on there, CO2 stays in there. And I've had it last for a while, pretty much just as good as bottling with priming sugar. There you have it, short and sweet, easy to bottle beer. And I'll throw those calculators in the description below, as I said. There's also a couple good podcasts out there. Brewlosophy has one or a couple on this. I'll see if I can find one that'll help out too if you want to learn more about that, more scientific. This was simple, short and sweet. You know, just throwing some priming sugar into some water, throwing it into the beer, and bottling. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And if you want to see how this beer turned out, check out the next video. I'm going to taste this puppy and see how it went.